Hey folks, I just wanted to share something kind of non-obvious with you. One of the things I love most about this new sword is that once you have your sword, or frankly even a broomstick, everywhere you go is your ski resort. It's your skate park, it's your basketball court, it's your gym, it's your dance hall. And so right now, I climbed up to the top of this hill because it looked nice and found myself at Tiny Stonehenge. So it's just like this thing takes me on such just little interesting adventures. I didn't build that. And so I just wanted to share with you the possibility of taking on a new sport, a new hobby, a new pastime. Because while I'm doing this, I'm also getting in a workout. I'm breathing clean air and I'm breathing more of it because I'm forcing myself to oxygenate more to get blood to my muscles. And honestly, folks, it's just gorgeous out here. And, and I'm having fun. And the thing that's keeping me entertained for 17 years now is this simple stick. So, I just want to say hi. And if you've never even thought about this or seen it before, or you don't know anything about the flow arts community, it is literally life-changingly good. Like, just the people you meet and you automatically get in shape just by having fun. But here's the kicker, folks. This sword healed my massive PTSD. It helped me power through my self-destructive, self-sabotaging ways, which were legion. And it has literally unlocked a whole new life for me. And that's exciting because when it unlocked my life, I realized, oh man, I'm not that special. If it worked for me, it'll work for everybody else. And so I started teaching. And then in 2005, I started teaching at a drug rehab, just why not? Needed the money, sounded fun. But then one of the girls out there, extraordinary young lady named Kate, came up to me and said, hey, this Kung Flow thing, did you know that the physical performance enhancing techniques actually work on the addiction recovery process? And I was like, nah, frankly, I'd never really thought about it, And she's like, hey, well, check out what I'm doing. So long story short, she applied the techniques to her pretty significant, massive cocaine and alcohol problem. And not only did she manage to get back on track, she managed to make it back in high school and graduate as valedictorian. Cut to 4 or 6 years later, she graduated as the top student at an Ivy League school, Cornell Masters of Business Tech program. Yeah, that testimonial's right up front on the recovery page because that's what I care about. Also on the recovery page, you'll see this is the most important facet of Kung Flow because it is. This will help you power through your PTSD. It will help you end your addiction. It will power up your entire life. And I say this with the confidence of having seen this happen thousands of times now. I don't know how many people I've treated clinically, hundreds, but in the festival world, it's thousands, and so many people have just taken their lives to the next level. And that's because we do something new. We show you how to use the personal computer as a model for your mind, and that's a game changer, folks. One of the biggest of our times. And the reason why is because for the first time in history, we finally have another processor to compare this processor that's already built into our heads with. And here's where it gets good, folks. When we do that, we learn that our brain, the average human brain, is well over 1,000,000 times more powerful than a supercomputer. Yeah, seriously. You are walking around with Jedi level Intel inside right now. We're just running a crap operating system. Yeah, we are the first people in the history of this civilization to be able to even have this conversation. Have you ever thought about the fact that your brain has an operating system? It has to, or it wouldn't operate. And so what's cool is that I had one of those serendipitous moments and stumbled across the new way of learning how to learn. And that's what unlocked my life. Because the techniques that I learned through the study of the sword, then I started applying to my life, and with Kate's guidance and outside perspective, it has become this incredibly powerful system that shows you how to program your brain to get better at everything. Yeah, I promise you, if you pay attention to the download, which by the way is completely free, right now it's up on YouTube, 100% free, no gimmicks, no nothing, straight across, my gift to you, happy to do it. I will make enough money off the swords, go explore Kung Flow for free, and see how good it is without the pressure of like, I don't want to give this guy 27 bucks. Okay? Fair. Totally fair, totally valid. But having said that, if you pay attention and stick with it, you will level up. Because right now, if you do this for 3 hours a week, you are going to get in way better shape. However, if you dive deep into the cognitive piece, your brain is going to get smarter and stronger faster than you ever thought possible. I'm also really excited about finally being able to talk about how easy it is to choose what emotion you want to feel in whatever moment. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but I also know for the last month, it's been traumatic AF for me, and it's really not that big of a deal, because I'm just Deadpooling through everything, and I crack jokes and all the weird stuff that's come at me, I just handle it. And I'm not having that massive, like, hot knife in the gut that I used to carry around, and it totally freed me. It just freed me from all the overreaction and drama and trauma. Ah! Yeah, that's how I used to be. I'm just enjoying the fact that I can be as loud as I want. Oh, hey, while we're here, it's really good to get out of the city. And this is a great excuse. And if you get a bunch of friends together, you are just going to have a really, really good night. So speaking of good night, this clip is getting a bit long. So anyway, folks, I just wanted to let you know that something new is on the horizon, and it's this sword. And I don't know if I talked about this clip, but one of the problems with light swords in the past is that like they've been super fragile. Like if you look at them wrong, they fall apart on the lower end. So here's something. This is lower end price. It's 99 bucks, 13 shipping. Watch this. Yeah, I just don't have any concerns that that's still it, because it is. I almost took out tiny Stonehenge there, which would be bad form, but the sword would have, I wasn't kidding about tiny Stonehenge. I didn't build that, by the way. It's beautiful. Good job. Oh, if you did build that, I'm going to give you a free sword. Yeah, as soon as I have the money, if you built that, you will know exactly where it is, and I will give you a free sword, because that amused me greatly, because on the hike up that hill, I was like, I'll bet there's something up there. So anyway, thanks for that. And also, folks, sometimes when you go to these random out-of-the-way places, you meet really interesting people. And so that's one of the other things that I love about this sword. It's a friend-making machine. Yeah, whenever whenever my friends and I go out and we fire these up in public, moths to the flame. What is that? Ooh, that's cool. And so I have met so many good people because of this sword. And so if you're looking for good friends, realize that this attracts the noble knight types of the world. And you're way more likely to get a higher signal to noise ratio, because the people that respond to this, just infinitely more honorable and on point than a lot of other people, he said very delicately. So I'm gonna go spin now, but I just wanted to check in and share what I know. So fun. Yeah, and not worrying about your sword when you do that super high toss. It's just, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's just so much more fun to explore without like, oh God, that's $500 broken. So 99 bucks, 13 shipping. Oh, this is the thing. Right now, it's November 14th-ish, and if you go order some swords right now, I will take that money and buy a ton of these, and we'll just start shooting them out in the world. It's just parts in a box, and I have a badass drop shipper ready to go right now. So go buy some swords if you can. Donate to the Kung Flow Proper thing, because that's easy. I don't have to like then feel guilty about getting you your sword tomorrow, which I try to do. Not gonna happen at the scale. But anyway, yeah, folks, it's time. And especially if you've known me, all the really out there stuff that I've talked about, not only is it all true, it's further out there than I even thought. And now the good news is I can finally explain it, and there is science to back up the important stuff. So anyway, I'm going to leave that to dangle. I will see you in the future.